Tyson Fury. What a wild ride this guy has had. An unbelievable story. He comes from a long line of fighters, travelers, bare-knuckle boxing in his blood. He always had that fighting spirit. You could see it from the start. He was different, big, athletic for his size, and he could talk. Oh man, could he talk. He knew how to get inside an opponent's head, a true showman, but with the skills to back it up. He was destined for big things in the boxing world, no doubt about it. He climbed the ranks, he took on all comers, then came the big one. Vladimir Klitschko, November 2015. Klitschko was the man. He hadn't lost in over a decade, a true heavyweight legend. Most people thought Fury didn't stand a chance. They saw him as just a loudmouth. But Fury believed in himself. He went into Klitschko's backyard in Germany. He put on a boxing masterclass. He was awkward, unpredictable. He frustrated Klitschko. He made him look old. Fury won. He became the unified heavyweight champion of the world. It was a monumental upset. He had done it. He reached the absolute pinnacle of his sport. All those belts, the fame, the glory. You'd think that would be the start of a long, dominant reign. He had the world at his feet. He was young, talented, charismatic, but sometimes getting everything you ever wanted can be a strange thing. It can mess with your head in ways you don't expect. The victory was huge, massive. But something wasn't right. After that incredible high, a darkness started to creep in. The pressure of being champion. The sudden spotlight. Maybe it was too much. Maybe the fight itself took something out of him. Or maybe the demons he carried were always there, just waiting. Waiting for a moment of quiet after the storm. He had conquered the boxing world. But a new, tougher fight was just beginning. A fight against himself, and that's the hardest fight of all. After that incredible win against Klitschko, things went south. Fast, it's like he had climbed Mount Everest and then he just fell off the other side. Depression hit him like a freight train. This wasn't about boxing anymore, this was about survival. He talked about it openly later, how dark it got. The mental health struggles were real, intense. He lost all motivation. The fire that drove him to become champion, it was gone, extinguished. He started drinking heavily, using drugs, trying to numb the pain, I guess, but that stuff never works, it just makes things worse. He packed on the pounds, serious weight. We're talking about a world-class athlete, and he ballooned up. Reports said he was close to 400 pounds, maybe more. Think about that, from a finely tuned fighting machine to that. It was a shocking transformation. A visual representation of the turmoil inside him. He looked like a different person. He vacated his titles. He couldn't fight. He didn't want to fight. He said he woke up every day wishing he wouldn't. That's a terrifying place to be, for anyone, let alone a guy who was on top of the world. The boxing world pretty much wrote him off. He's done, they said. He'll never come back from this. And honestly, looking at him then, it was hard to argue. The fall was brutal, complete. It seemed like the story of Tyson Fury, the champion, was over. Material possessions meant nothing. He had the money, the belts, the fame, but he was miserable. Absolutely miserable. This is a powerful lesson right here. All that stuff society tells you will make you happy. It doesn't mean a thing if your mind isn't right, if you're not at peace with yourself. He had everything, and yet he had nothing. He was lost in a very dark place. A place many people don't come back from. It was a long, hard fall. Then something clicked. A turning point. Maybe it was his family. His wife, Paris. She stood by him. Maybe it was looking at his kids, or maybe deep down that fighter's spirit just refused to die. He decided he wanted to live. He wanted to fight again, not just in the ring, but fight for his life, for his sanity. He made a choice. A conscious decision to turn things around. That takes incredible courage, man. When you're that low, just deciding to try is a victory. The journey back was insane, absolutely grueling, losing all that weight. We're talking over 100 pounds, that's a whole person. He had to retrain his body, retrain his mind. He started working with a new trainer, Ben Davison, a young guy, but they connected. Fury needed a new focus, a new purpose, and he found it in the challenge of coming back. He started posting videos of himself training slowly, painfully at first, but he was moving, he was trying. He talked about using those dark times as fuel. He remembered how bad it felt, and he never wanted to go back there. That became his motivation. Every bead of sweat, every painful workout, it was all part of clawing his way back to the light. He was brutally honest about his struggles. He didn't hide it, and that resonated with so many people, people who were fighting their own battles. He showed them that it's okay not to be okay, but it's also possible to get better. He had a couple of tune-up fights, shaking off the ring rust, getting his body and mind back into fighting shape. He wasn't the same slick fighter he was against Klitschko. Not yet, but the heart was there. The determination, you could see it in his eyes. He was on a mission. He wanted to reclaim what he had lost, not just the titles, but his self-respect, his place in the world. He was proving everyone wrong. But more importantly, he was proving himself right. The comeback was on. Section 4, Dancing with Destiny, the Wilder Wars. Then came Deontay Wilder, the bronze bomber, one of the hardest punchers in boxing history, period. Wilder was the WBC heavyweight champion, undefeated, knocking everyone out cold. Most people thought Fury was biting off more than he could chew. Too soon, too dangerous. Wilder was a monster, but Fury thrives on being the underdog. He loves proving people wrong. This was his chance to shock the world. Again, their first fight in December 2018, an instant classic. Fury outboxed Wilder for large parts of the fight. His movement, his skill, it was incredible. Wilder couldn't land cleanly. But then in the 9th round, Wilder caught him. Down went Fury, hard, but he got up. Then the 12th round, oh man, the 12th round. Wilder landed a devastating combination. Fury went down flat on his back, eyes open. It looked over. Done. Announcers were saying it, everyone thought it, but somehow, like something out of a movie, Fury got back to his feet. He beat the count. It was unbelievable. The resilience, the heart. The fight ended in a controversial draw. Many thought Fury won, but just by surviving those knockdowns, he showed the world he was truly back. He had faced the scariest puncher on the planet. He got hit with his best shots, and he got up. That was a statement, a massive statement. The rematch was in February 2020. This time, Fury promised a different approach. He said he was going for the knockout. People laughed. Fury, a knockout puncher against Wilder? Come on, but he did exactly what he said. He came out aggressive. He took the fight to Wilder. He dropped him multiple times. He dominated him, bullied him, until Wilder's corner threw in the towel in the 7th round. Tyson Fury was a world champion again. The Gypsy King had reclaimed his throne. It was an astonishing performance, a complete masterclass. The 3rd fight was another war, Fury winning by knockout again. What a trilogy. Section 5, Lessons from the Ring, Truths from Tyson Fury. So what can we learn from this incredible journey? There are some powerful lessons here, real truths. First, adaptability. Life throws punches at you, unexpected ones, hard ones. Fury got hit with some of the hardest, depression, addiction, massive weight gain. He could have stayed down, but he adapted. He changed his lifestyle, his mindset. He found new ways to train, new reasons to fight. Being able to adapt to challenges is crucial. It's survival. Second, material possessions don't equal happiness. This is a big one. Fury had it all, the belts, the money, the fame. And he was at his lowest point, suicidal. It shows you that all that external stuff, it's not the key. True happiness, true contentment, it comes from within, from your relationships, your purpose, your mental health. He had to lose everything in a way to find what truly mattered. That's a profound realization for anyone. Third, using your low points as motivation. This is pure warrior spirit. Instead of letting his struggles define him in a negative way, he used them. He used the memory of that darkness as fuel, as a reason to push harder, to never go back there. He turned his biggest weaknesses, his darkest moments, into his greatest strengths. That's incredibly powerful. Taking the worst things that happen to you and flipping them, using them to propel you forward. That's how you build resilience. These aren't just lessons for fighters. These are lessons for life. For anyone going through a tough time, for anyone who feels like they're at rock bottom. Fury's story shows that it's possible to come back, it's possible to overcome. It takes incredible will, insane amounts of work, and a refusal to quit. But it's possible. He's living proof. He's not just a champion in the ring, he's a champion of overcoming adversity. And that's something we can all learn from. Section 6, More Than a Champion, a Legacy of Hope. Tyson Fury's story is more than just a sports comeback. It's a human story. It's about falling down, hard, and then getting back up again and again. He showed the world his vulnerabilities, his struggles with mental health, and in doing so, he gave a voice to so many people who suffer in silence. He made it okay to talk about these things, especially for men, especially in a tough sport like boxing. That's a huge part of his legacy. He's a 2-time heavyweight champion of the world, undefeated for so long. His boxing skills are undeniable. The way he moves for a man his size, his ring IQ, his toughness. He's beaten legends. He's been in incredible fights. He'll go down as one of the greats of his era. no question. The Gypsy King persona, the singing after fights. He's an entertainer, he's controversial, but he's authentic, he's himself, and people connect with that. But his impact goes far beyond the ropes of a boxing ring. He's become a symbol of hope, a symbol of resilience. He showed that no matter how dark things get, there's always a path back if you're willing to fight for it, if you're willing to put in the work. He faced his demons head on, both inside and outside the ring, and he conquered them. That's inspiring, truly inspiring. It gives people courage. So when we look at Tyson Fury, we see more than just a boxer. We see a survivor, a warrior, someone who stared into the abyss and walked away and then climbed back to the mountaintop. His journey is a testament to the strength of the human spirit. It teaches us about perseverance, about the importance of mental well-being, and about the power of a second chance. His story will be told for years to come, not just as a boxing legend, but as someone who showed us how to fight back and win in the biggest fight of all, life.